Hey, y'all. Hey, Harlem. Okay, that's fine. Hey, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome tonight. Excuse me, I've been knocked out. Happy Saturday. Hi, Alberta. Okay, no problem. No problem. We'll give people time to come in. Happy Saturday. We almost missed this live. I was knocked out. I've been up, though, about 30 minutes. So throwing things together. I meant to really just kind of take some notes on some stuff. But I did get some shorts and videos in today, so I'm cool with that. Like I said. All right. Welcome, you guys. Hit the like button when you come in. We're going to have a conversation. I have already dropped the link in the chat if you guys want to come up. Y'all get me woke. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. We're going to talk about, we're going to give our perspective, our opinions on the Chantel, Christy, Carlos interview because we didn't get to that. And I wanted to talk about that. We're going to talk about just a brief update on Brian McKnight's lawsuit against Jaguar. We'll talk about Lawrence Taylor, who was an NFL player for the Giants. We'll talk about just briefly about Denard, who is a YouTuber, and whatever else you guys want to talk about or can come up with. I did post about Mark Agnifilio's interview today that I saw that he talked about with Diddy. We can talk about that. Probably won't be here so long tonight, but we just couldn't miss tonight because tomorrow we're off. Tomorrow we are off. I'm gonna turn the fan on because it's warm in this office. Let me turn the ceiling fan on just a second. If you guys would go ahead and share out, tap into your friends, let them know that we are live. Back on here. All right, so I'm back. Yeah, so we're gonna get started here. A spider? Where? Y'all, give me a second. I gotta go kill a spider for my daughter. 1 second. Sorry. I don't know how to play music here, but I'll be right back. I know I am. Girl. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, Montana, you made it. So listen, I had to go kill a spider for my daughter. Like, here's a fun fact about me, real quick. I do not like bugs. I am so scared of bugs, and she is too. My husband ain't here. She want me to come kill the spider. We back there screaming. I like, who's supposed to kill the spider? So I had to face my fears just now because my husband ain't here. Anyway, back to the show. Again, the link is in the chat. Come on up and let's talk about it. So I just want to touch on Brian McKnight for a little bit, just real quick. So if you guys remember, I think back in April, Brian McKnight filed a lawsuit against Jaguar Wright. I'm sure everybody knows who Jaguar Wright is, right? Filed a lawsuit against her for defamation. She claimed that he beat his wife, that his wife was her cousin, and that he beat on a couple of prostitutions. And he said that was far from the truth. He filed a lawsuit he was suing her for $75,000, Jaguar Wright. They try to serve her, and still to this day, they have not been able to serve Jaguar. Now, listen, Jaguar is always saying, if I'm lying, sue me. If I'm lying, sue me. But they can't catch up with her. She knows that Brian McKnight is trying to serve her for this lawsuit, but she's nowhere to be found. So she has not yet been found. And now that the courts are saying that this is looking like it's going to have to be thrown out. So I don't know if Brian McKnight knew, probably he wouldn't, well, he probably knew he wasn't getting 75K, but I don't know if he knew that he wasn't going to be able to contact her. So that lawsuit may be dissipated. It may go away because they can't find Jaguar Wright. It is also said that it is also rumored that Jaguar Wright has a couple of warrants that she hasn't taken care of. So she may be possibly, allegedly, on the run from something. Don't know. But, Jaguar Wright has come out and said a lot of things. Some people love her. Some people's like, she's lying. Get her out of here. But she's not going nowhere, obviously. And she showed up at the Diddy trial. She had a lot to say about Diddy. She even said that the Carters, Jay-Z and Beyonce, has more victims than than Puff, and that Jay-Z R-worded her and did her the same way Puff did Cassie. So I don't know about Jaguar, but that's what is going on with her right now. Allegedly, she has warrants, and Brian McKnight's lawsuit against her could possibly be thrown out because they cannot locate her to get her served. Dinat is a YouTuber here as well. He's still in jail. His court date is October the 16th or somewhere around that date. Not sure. He's on a $250,000 bond. Not sure if he will get out on that court date. But last video that I saw him talking about him possibly going to jail, because he was open about it. He said that he had some things going on that he had to take care of. And even if he was to go to jail, that he would only spend a year, or if it was like, it was a real short time. And that if he got like a year or whatever, he would do a few days on a year in California because of the laws or whatever. He's still there, and he's still on this $250,000 bond, and his court date is in August. So I also wanted to talk about this really quick. So while we're talking about, the SA and DV, domestic violence, and all those things. So on my feed, I guess because I report on those things, Ashanti's sister came up on my feed, and she and her sister and mom went to the Red Table in April and talked about her experience with DV. And I was just totally shocked that that was happening with her. I never heard that. But they talked about how she was with this man for quite some time, so much to the point She brought him in. She turned him on to the family. So then he became intertwined and became part of the family. So he started working for Ashanti on some projects. He started working with her mom. And then he started putting his hands on her. He had at one point violated her so bad, beat her so bad that he broke out all of her teeth. And Ashanti and her mom got her connected to a dentist, and she's so pretty. Her teeth are so perfect now. You couldn't have never told if she didn't show it. But it's a real thing. And she talked about how, because we always talk about, well, why do they go back? Why do they go back? And it was really hard on Ashanti and her mom because they would tell her, like, this isn't, Ashanti said, I told them they're like two people drinking bleach. They're very toxic for one another. And I tried to get them away from each other. And she just kept going back. And when he heard like that, she was actually, Ashanti and her mom was actually in the home while he did it. They were downstairs or upstairs, one or the other. So Ashanti went downstairs to talk to him. You know, she didn't realize how bad it was because she hadn't seen her sister yet. So she goes downstairs and she talks to him, and he's like, well, she was saying this out of her mouth, and she putting all the blame on the sister. She goes upstairs and see all the blood, and her teeth was broke out, how badly she had been abused. She goes back downstairs, and he's nowhere to be found because he knew she was going to go upstairs and see her sister like that. Shanti said, you know, we are in the industry and it's nothing but a phone call. So Shanti made the phone call, but her sister kept protecting him and was like, no, I'll just handle it. But it was at that point that he broke all her teeth out that she finally got rid of him. She said the reason she didn't get rid of him before, she did love him, but that he was already intertwined with the family. You know, she wanted that family life or whatever. And he would always come and bring her gifts. And he would always apologize, crying, saying it won't happen again. But that last time was the last time. So, you know, just a reminder how serious DV is. And, you know, just it's always the same story that they keep going back. But people that are not in that situation, it's so easy to say, why are you going back when you know what he's going to do? And then that it's just explained because even her mom and Shanti was like, why do you keep going? Like, why do you want him? Her sister said, I gave him, you know, when we do that, we give all of our power away to them. And so they have control over us. She had PTSD, you know, it's just a bunch of stuff when it comes to DV. So just another reminder of that. So I wanted to talk about that. I never knew that she went through that. They did end up going to counseling, and Shanti was like, I'm not going to counseling. I'm good. You know, she's the one that probably should go to counseling, but they went as a family. And she said she walked away with some really good tools. For example, if this happens, then what do you do here if this happens? You know, so a lot of good came out of it, but it was really horrible for their family at that time because he was very manipulative, would manipulate their family against each other, would try to keep her from her family, just like an abuser does, all the things. And exactly what was happening to her. So just shout out to her for being vulnerable and sharing that story. Like she showed the video where, you know, he was actually where it was actually happening. Somehow she got it. It was like, leave me alone. Like she had to pull a knife out. Like it was crazy. So anyway, they kept it from her dad. It was a long story. It was like a movie when she was telling it, like you could see it. So anyway, that's her. She came out and told her story, and she's doing really well today. She said she's not a victim. She's not a survivor. She's just somebody that it happened to. So anyway, that's that. I want to talk about Lawrence Taylor before we move on. So if you guys are not familiar who Lawrence Taylor is, turn the camera on, Harlem. She never does, Montana.
Who is that wanting me to turn the camera on?
Who else?
Trouble.
Money Montana. Turn your camera on. So anyway, moving on. So Lawrence Taylor, if you guys are not familiar with who he is, he's a former NFL player for the New York Giants, I believe. He was a linebacker, did really well. He played from 1981 to 1993. and somehow, some way, he became involved in going to be intimate with prostitutes. And so this particular one, he had intercourse with her and ended up, she was 16 years old. So he became a registered ex offender. Um, and he went to court and he pled guilty to the fact that he did sleep with a prostitute, but did not realize that she was 16 or underage. So they ended up giving him like let me see, they gave him 6 years probation. It was 6 years probation, and in the state of New York, he has to register, but he doesn't have to show his face. But in Florida, he has to also register in Florida. So I'm not sure if that's where it took place. I'm just not sure how it's happening. But he's been in trouble prior to that or after that for not keeping up with change of address, because when you're a registered ex offender, you have to tell them everything. You move, you got to tell them where you're moving to. And so they gave him the lowest level of level 1, the lower risk level. So I say this to say this. Here's what we found. Well, what I was sent by home. So he is a registered ex offender. He was required to register as an ex offender after pleading guilty to misdemeanor charges of actual misconduct, and patronizing a minor prostitute in New York in 2011. He was sentenced to 6 years probation. Although Taylor said he was unaware the girl was underage, he admitted in court to having sex with and with the P word, who turned out to be a 16-year-old runaway. Taylor was designated a level 1, which is low risk ex offender, which means his photo is not publicly listed on the New York ex offender registry. However, he is listed with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and is required to register with authorities in both states. He has faced legal trouble since this conviction for failing to update his address on the ex offender registry, including arrest in 2021 and again in 2024 for violating those requirements. The felony charges related in his 2024 arrest were reportedly dropped in August 2024. So, with that said, he is now President Donald Trump has invited him to the White House and is having him to work on some type of it's called a presidential fitness wellness something that involves students in the schools. How is it that President Trump is inviting a registered ex offender to go out and be involved in whatever they're doing that involves children, that involves school age children? Like, how is that right? Because as a registered ex offender, you're not to be involved with children. You can't be around children. So he came and they were signing the bill or whatever at the White House. And whenever Lawrence spoke, he said that whenever Lawrence Taylor spoke, he said that he didn't know what his role was, but he's willing to do whatever this man pointing at Donald Trump wanted him to do, whatever that looked like. So what do you guys think about that? Like a registered ex offender on a project for the president to go into the schools that has to do with the schools and the kids.
Yeah, I think he made the wrong decision to involve him in it. It's a program that used to be, I remember it from when I was in school. The presidential fitness test that you had to do in gym. It was X amount of different activities that it involved and what have you. I understand him bringing it back because the kids need to be more active, because kids are just like on social media, on video games, what have you. They not active. But he
Right.
chose the wrong person to be part of it.
Right, because he had there was a representative from the Kansas City Chiefs, the kicker from him there, I believe. There's other athletes, if you wanted it to be like that, if you wanted to bring athletes, pro athletes into this, because you're right, children are all about sitting in their room on the phones. They don't want to go to gym. They want to drop gym class and do something else because they don't want to be active. I remember we had to be active. Didn't have phones and all that stuff. But anyway, if you wanted to bring somebody in, there's a lot more people you could have brought in, even retired athletes, that you could have brought in besides this particular. Why him is my question, would be my question, knowing that he is a registered ex-offender. So I think,
I think in all actuality, he bought the people that support him. And I'm sure it's more people out there, retired athletes and what have you, that support him.
yeah, there's more than him. And I just wonder what his logic is behind it. Like, why him? Because Trump is all about who supports him. That's what Diddy's having a problem with right now for getting a pardon, because he didn't trust him when he came to office. But why him? There are a ton of people that love him, even in sports, even in whatever, that he could have brought on. He picked somebody from the other teams. Why him? I just don't understand that you would. And I'm wondering how the parents will feel about that. Like, how much will,
Right.
I guess the question would be, how much will he be involved? But just his name in it, right? That has to do with kids. So how would the parents feel about that? I mean, if he's behind closed doors, helping him write the plan up, I mean, okay, but just to bring him all out in the open and correlate that with a school with school-age kids, that's a problem in itself. So I'm glad that you found that to bring that, because I want that was a good one. While we're consistently talking about Trump lately, this is another one of his shenanigans that he's pulling. I think it's a shenanigan because it could have been somebody else. Very well could have been somebody else.
Yeah, because he's bringing in ex-offenders to help in programs with children. Then you have Ghislaine Maxwell that you're about to let go,
Yeah,
that had activities with minors. Like, that just tells you his mind frame.
That's your mindset, and you steady want to say that you had no parts in it. But everything that all of your actions and everything that you're doing screams, this is who I am. Even though you want to pretend that it's not. I mean, that's who you involve yourself with. That's who your circle, I mean, allegedly is all, that's what it's about. And so we'll just continue our, like, I know that if I was a parent, I would be side-eyeing that. Like, what are we doing here? But he claims that he's lower level. He didn't know she was 16, let alone know that she was a runaway. So that's that on that. Montana's not coming up tonight, but
I just wanted to say, what's her name? Jaguar. It seems like Jaguar went to the first day of court for Puffy, but she's kind of disappeared. I haven't seen or heard of anything with Jaguar in a minute.
No, so I seen a couple of videos, but she did come to the first day, and she was out there. It was a whole big deal doing interviews and all this stuff. But she has, like, kind of off the Richter, because you constantly see her. She constantly makes an appearance. But what I'm hearing, and this is all alleged because I don't know, but I'm hearing that she's going from place to place because she's running from some warrants that she has. She doesn't want to go back to jail for whatever the warrants are for. But that's what I mean. I'm like, where is Jag? But there are a couple of videos that I've seen probably in the last couple of days, but I didn't listen to them or anything. I just saw that she was live. Where she is, I don't know. What's going on with her, I don't know. But Jag has said a lot of stuff. She's come out and said a lot of stuff. So people worry about her when she don't, when she's not surfacing, making sure she's okay.
Yeah, because I just found it strange that she had kind of got quiet.
Now, I mean, they are actively looking for her to serve her too. Um,
Okay.
Brian McKnight, and they just been. I mean, she's just been moving. She's not in one place. Like I don't even know that Jaguar has like a legit address, for somebody to serve her. So it's kind of hard to serve Jag. But it's getting ready to. I mean, if they're, I don't know what the timeline is, but if she's not served here pretty quick, they're going to toss it out. But I mean, she called it out. She was like, "Sue me. If I'm lying, sue me." Well, he came for her. He's the first one that came for her. She said she speaks a lot on Jay-Z, so I don't know if Jay-Z just like, because he knows her. So I don't know if he's just like, girl, whatever. But she said a lot about him and Beyonce. So I don't know where Jag is. I just hope Jag is safe, and that's all. That's all. So yeah, that's it on her. Anything else on Jag?
No, I ain't had anything else on her. I just found it strange that she got quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, because I mean, she came in person to New York to
Yeah.
show. But I mean, she was out there rubbing shoulders with people and doing interviews and showed up. She showed up. She said she was there to support Cassie and the victims. So let's talk about Ramir real quick. So what we do know as of today, the 31st, a judge has actually acknowledged that he has withdrawn his request, his filing, but he's also denied Jay-Z's request for Ramir to have to pay his legal fees. So we'll read this really quick. I think it's just one page because me and reading. So case numbers, their date is July the 31st, which was on Thursday. Ramir Satherwaite and Sean Corey Carter. Present the Honorable Shirley Peace Garnett, United States District Judge, Patricia Gomez, and Deputy Clerk Court Reporter. Attorneys present for plaintiff, attorneys present for defendant. The court is in receipt of notice of withdrawal ECF number 25 filed by plaintiff according to the notice of withdrawal. Plaintiff is withdrawing his complaint. Given the notice of withdrawal, the court hereby denies the motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction, EFC number 22, as moot and vacates the hearing. In defendant's response in support of the motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction, he requests that the court award him fees and costs without providing any factual or legal support for the request. The court therefore denies the request without prejudice to defendant properly filing a motion for attorney's fees within 30 days. If defendant does not file a motion for attorney's fees within 30 days, the court will close the case without further notice to the parties. So basically, Jay-Z has 30 days to resubmit. So what they're saying is that he just came and said, "This is what I want." He didn't give any backbone to that, right? He didn't give no meat to it. He gave us the potatoes, but he didn't give us the meat for the request for him to pay his attorney fees. So he has 30 days from July 31st till the end of the month of August to get that in. Do we think that Jay-Z is going to take the time to do that? My opinion first, yes, I think so, because he's been filing like crazy. Like, you've been messing with him, he's filing on you. You got your name in his mouth, he's filing on you. So he very well may come back within these 30 days and do it properly through his attorneys to request those attorneys' fees. What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know because this whole case with them is just crazy.
He's awesome.
It's just crazy.
Yeah. It is.
And I don't know if he per se his legal team per se will file whatever, because that's why the judge is denying it, because they filed it too late.
Right.
So are they going to file it on time this time in order to get it?
It just, I'm like you. I mean, I think he will because that's what he's been doing lately. He has 30 days. I think that he's already preparing it. Like, I think he will. I just think that he was so frustrated that this young man is harassing him, has been all these years, like all these things that he's saying. And he has till August 30th to get this done. So I just my opinion only, I think he might go for it. And I did see, his godmom do a live, and she's like, he is not paying those attorney's fees. It got dismissed. So she kind of spoke on a little bit. I didn't listen to it all, but I don't know. As of July 31st, though, he is not required to pay those fees right now. And if they don't, by the 30 days, they're going to just close the entire case. So Ramir came out and said that this was happening, right? But what else can he do? Because he was like, now this is all about my mom. What is, like, I need more. Tell me more. What are we talking about here?
So see, I think Ramir has a lawyer because I follow him. I started following him on Twitter, and he did say something about a lawyer. So I think he has a lawyer now.
Well, I think that if he want to make any traction, he was going to have to do that, right? I think that he was going to have to get a lawyer to fight a little bit harder for him, because being pro saying, "Hey, beauty is me," it just wasn't working for him. I mean, he was doing what he needed to do, but it just wasn't working for him. It's been denied too many times. So hopefully he does. I mean, if he wants to continue this journey and get a good outcome, or at least still fight for that, then I think the best move is to get an attorney, somebody that knows the ins and outs of the laws, and that could do look at the case laws, and that could come to court and show up and speak that jargon, right? I think it would help him a little more. I don't know how much more, but it helps. It would help.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So
but like you say, he says this is all about his mother now. So, like, what else he got going on? That's why I think he must have a lawyer that's kind of directing him in the way that he should be going.
Yeah, because I was wondering, I'm like, what else about your mom? Because I thought it was about your mom telling you that, this is your dad. It happened one, whatever she told you about him, and that you just want to get to the bottom of if it is or if it's not. And then it started being, about money and things like that. But I just can't imagine. I don't know what else about what it is for his mom that he's going to do. But obviously he knows, right? I just can't imagine what else. It seems like he's done all the things. So what else could it be?
Montana is a mess.
He got time tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and get on this Chantel Christie boat. How do you think the interview went overall? How do you guys, and Beauty's in here, we get to talk about it. How do we feel, or how do you guys feel if you watched it? Montana probably didn't, but how do you guys feel about the overall interview, and was it necessary? And I'll say my piece after, if you have anything to say.
I think it was a waste of time and energy.
I agree 1,000 billion%. Like, I don't know why you went and called Carlos to have the interview, because we've heard this from you before. You said you're there to take accountability. You kept putting the blame on Jackie. And I'm gonna tell you, be the one to say, Jackie's not innocent. She's not innocent. She hasn't been the perfect mother. Well, all I saw from Jackie, whether it was fake or not, in front of the cameras, is that she was saying, I love you. You look pretty. You look pretty. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this, Shani. You know, just go. I'm not. She was shutting it down all the time. And every time she wanted to sit down with Chantel, you could see where she was, you could just see it on her face, how she had an attitude when she even walked to that room to talk to her mom. She didn't come there in peace. She didn't come there to give her mama a chance to talk. And she said that she didn't come on the show for this, but it seemed like the entire season, this is what it turned out to be. You
Yeah,
know,
they're not going to resolve anything until they get some actual counseling.
actual counseling and really be open to it and really
Right.
watch it. Like Shani made me feel like Chantel, that I'm just sorry, but she made me feel like she didn't want to resolve nothing, because when Jackie was trying to talk, she would talk over her. She would have something smart to say. She started cussing her mom. She let the girls talk crazy to her mom. She pushes her mom and then goes down there and tell the girls her mom tried to swing on her. She says her mom didn't hit her. Like all these things. Then she wants to consistently say, I'm a wife now, and he's in the same profession. So I know, I realize that, but you're still not taking accountability. Then you talk about how perfect your dad is, and your dad, and I do commend him for not splattering their business all across. He has a job to do. But I do wonder for real, what does he have to say about it? Let me see what she said. No accountability. They could have scrapped the interview. Yeah, it was just no reason for it. And then she said, she wants Jackie's spot. Her intentions weren't good. Going on the show. That's what I feel like. She said because her intention, but she'll say the opposite. She'll say the opposite. She'll say that she came on there. She didn't come on there for that reason. She came on there in peace. She came in peace. I'm a good person. I'm a sweet and kind person. But you teamed up with women that were against your mother. Listen, you knew if that's the case, because Jackie told her when she came in that room, she said, Chantel, this is not about the cameras, because before these cameras, we didn't have these issues. Where's that coming from? Oh, we didn't. Oh, we didn't. She's like, no, we didn't. Like, where is this coming from? Oh, and when you would see me and my mom out shopping, we would try to do it. We would try to make it right, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work with Jackie. I'm just like, girl. We left that interview with no understanding of what Jackie has done. I'm still waiting. She said they would get into it. Jackie would call her a B, and it only one time that the arguments would sometimes feel like it was going to be physical, or she said she'll tell her dad what she's doing because she won't get up and go clean her room, and he's going to kick her down the stairs. Like, come on, what did Jackie do that's so bad? Did she abandon y'all? Like, did she? I don't know. Like I said before, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say, I think that it is the fact that they were with the grandmother, and Jackie was doing whatever she was doing, but Jackie was still in their life. Like, you have this is an everyday thing where the mother has the kid, drops the kid with the grandmother, goes and does whatever, and they don't be involved with the kid. The grandmother is just doing whatever. But Jackie was involved with her kids. So I don't understand what her problem is. She was still there. She was still involved. So is that like maybe the issue, that it was the grandmother doing more so than Jackie?
She's saying that my grandmother raised me. So she was like, even like she didn't understand what her sister was doing because they got the same upbringing and they was both with their grandmother. Jackie was chasing Doug, her husband. But now that I'm a husband with the that's in the NBA, that's in the same profession, I understand her now. If you understand her now, why are you treating her like that on public TV and letting people do that to her? it's a coincidence that Jackie and Takari has been speaking for 5 years, the same amount of time she hasn't been talking to Jackie. Maybe she's jealous of Jackie and Takari. Yes, because if you know, before Takari and Jackie started talking, Chantel and Jackie were like, I thought they were best buds. I never knew they had an issue. I never knew Chantel had an issue with her mom. So again, I'm saying, did you come on here because you had intentions to blow this up because of her and Takari's relationship? So you didn't come in peace? Because you came in your mom's space. This is her lane. You came in her lane. She's basketball wives. And then she says, I'm the basketball wife. Okay, he plays basketball. But that still is not talking about why you are on TV disrespecting your mom and pushing her. Because if I put my hands on my mama, she's gonna do the same thing. She ain't gonna hold back because she's the mom. And then people were saying, well, does that give her right just because she's the mom? Does that make it what happened right that Jackie did? Does it make it right that Chantel put her hands on her?
And then she says that she said no so many times to the show. Like, why did you say yes?
What made you say yes this time? Did they say, that's me? Like she said they have been reaching out to her so many times. Why? What was the yes? What pushed you over to say yes? And then I could say a lot about this girl, but we know Jackie from seeing her all these years, all these seasons on Basketball Wives. We know she's messy. We know Jackie ain't perfect. None of us are perfect. We know all of them always come for Jackie for whatever reason. And but your daughter, like if I'm coming on the show with my mama, it's about me and my mama. So I probably would have been into it with the ladies. How they disrespect Jackie. She said the grandmother lived with Jackie and Doug. So basically, grandma's in the house with them. Jackie's on the road with her husband working. He's working. What's wrong with your grandma keeping you? You at home. She made sure you was with somebody safe. And you know, I mean, to Chantel's defense a little bit, like I'm sure there were things, but Carlos couldn't pull out of her what those things were that made it go to that level, to where you was totally cussing her out, calling her bees, and putting your hands on your mama. And as far as Jackie says, like she's floored because we didn't have these issues before you came on the show. So now she's saying after the show she was far removed from this. Like, does that mean she's not coming back because she's fired, or she's not coming back because she's had enough? I think with Jackie, her first marriage flopped, and to secure a long-lasting, secure relationship, she followed Doug to make sure she, her children, and family were good. And I'm would be okay. I would be okay with that. I mean, I can't say what I would be if I'm there. I mean, I know that being in the league is a lot, but she brought her mom in her home. She didn't pack her kids up. If this is what's true, she didn't pack her kids up and drag them somewhere and then just leave them. She left them at home in their security space with their grandmother. But whatever Jackie did, it doesn't. Yeah, she has no respect for her. And she told her she don't have no respect for her. I don't respect you. What? Girl. So the interview, again, was pointless. I was on it and I backed off. I came back. I was like, this is just, I don't understand why. I don't understand why Carlos is not asking her more questions. But the more questions he asked, the more she was avoidant. Like she didn't answer the questions the way, well, not the way I needed. I needed more information. Right after the second husband, Jackie and Doug cut her off financially, and she thinks Dakari had her hands in it. See, so this is a whole family dysfunctional debacle, and it should have stayed it shouldn't have came to light on the like the way it did. If you have issues, keep that stuff behind closed doors with your mom. But like now, then her and her sister gets into it. She was mad because her sister was like, "Really on TV, you're fighting your mom?" Like she was mad at her sister because her sister was like, "That was absurd for you to be putting your hands on your mom and disrespecting her and allowing other chicks to be disrespecting your mom." She never answered a question directly. She went all around the questions.
She definitely did.
She danced all around the question, answered the question, and she couldn't or wouldn't. So that's how I felt about it. I thought it was a mess. Just a mess. Whoever said that a while ago should have been scrapped. I agree. Just scrap that whole one because Carlos has it going on. There's another interview right behind that you can get your numbers or whatever you're going for because he packed up his whole staff and they went where Shani is. I guess she lives in Arizona somewhere. I don't know where she lives. But she's like, as soon as it was over, I went back home. I do not live in LA. TMZ called me. All the big platforms called me. I turned them down. Girl. Stop. Well,
That's why I say I don't understand why she said yes, because she said she was fine with her husband loving on her and her kids, and she didn't need all of whatever. So why did you say yes?
right. I would never. I have two kids. I would never, because I think her kids have two different daddies, and she
Right.
said that she would never make one feel less than the other. That's good. You're not supposed to. That's what mothers do, regardless who their daddy is. You love them both. Okay, we know that, but that's not the question we're asking. You're missing all the questions. You're not answering the questions. Good for you. That's good, mama. You're a good mama. Okay. Well, we're talking about you and your mom. I was upset with Chantel. I could do without Chantel being on the show. I don't need her. I don't. Most people will ride the Jackie boat. They say they rode the Chantel boat, but when it comes to being on that show, they're gonna ride the Jackie show. Guess what? Jackie is the show. It's not a show without. It's not a. I don't think it's a show without Jackie. No, you can't do Basketball Wives LA without Jackie. It's funny when Jackie mentioned doing it on her YouTube channel on her own show. Chantel had a fit, but she was the Carlos King. Right, right. What's the difference? She did what? She said what? That we could just do it on our YouTube page or on my show. But you called Carlos to get your story out. Why? You didn't need that attention, remember? If you was gonna go, well, I guess not. Because I was gonna say, if you go on Carlos King, why not go on your mama's show?
Because does Carlos King pay for his interviews? Jackie wasn't going to pay her.
Jackie wasn't gonna pay her.
Because, like Beauty said, that they cut her off after the first marriage. So, yeah, they're not going to pay her for an interview.
Yeah, and they was asking, she puts Doug on a pedestal. Like Doug is all that, and that's good. But I'm wondering, I just wish, and he's not, but I wonder what he really thinks. Like she's like, Doug is the one that can put Jackie in her place. And then she talked about the marriage, and she was like, I feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad that I said anything about their marriage. You should feel bad about everything you did on that show. Not just about the marriage. You're right. You had no business talking about your mom's marriage on that show. But she did a lot of things she didn't have no business doing. So, yes, Montana, we are into this show. But I think Harlem, I think that was you said you wasn't going to be watching after this season.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
You done with Basketball Wives?
I'm done with a few of those reality shows. I just feel they need to bring in more people and just revamp the show in some kind of way.
And when it comes to Basketball Wives, I feel like that too. I feel like you just get the same stagnant stuff, right? But Anthony Ron, welcome, Anthony. Says her chat. Hey, chat. I watch this channel whenever it comes up on my home screen. This show is cool. I like it. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. I think it's just stagnant, right? So I feel like what I would like to see is that you get real basketball wives. You could even get like the rookies' wives, like, because you ain't gonna get the stars' wives on here doing that, right? But I mean, I don't know. Somehow you gotta switch it up because people are getting like a little tired of what's going on. But me, I find myself watching again. Next season can't wait. So I don't know. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you. I appreciate that. So anyway, Anthony, if you was late coming in, we're just talking about a few topics and we just happen to be talking about basketball wives. Yeah, we wasn't going to be here long tonight. Just wanted to stop in because we are off on Sundays. We do not go live on Sundays. Anything else?
Because I'm like you. This season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, I just found it to be trash with the new people that they brought in. But next season they talking about bringing K Michelle. I like K Michelle, so I'll look at it because of her.
Yeah. Now, if you bring K Michelle on, is she married?
K Michelle, I don't think so.
And also I was gonna. Did she adopt some kids?
I think she was supposed to have a surrogate that was supposed to have the kids. I don't know what happened with the surrogate.
Yeah, because I hadn't heard anything from K Michelle in a while. But when I heard that she was going to be on Real House, I was like, okay, I will bring her on and I'll be watching it. I'll be watching it. I like some K Michelle. And it's different for her. It's something different. It's reality TV, but it's a different scene than Love and Hip Hop, right? So we'll see about that. I hope that she does come on. I'll be watching that. I think Jackie brought Chantel on because she was getting ready to retire. She's already filming her own show. Well, it didn't work. Did not work. So anyway, I wanted to just get that out because we got into other things the other night when the actual interview happened. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So at the end of the day, my final thing on this, and I'll be done with it, is that Chantel needs to go back to Arizona and just be a mommy and find her lane. Like, find what you're good at. Even if it's something within TV, right? Entertainment. Just go find your lane and stay out. Just you can't run in your mama's lane. You can't do it. You can't hang. So that's it. That's all I have tonight. Anything else that's exciting that's happening on these streets that we haven't talked about yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think we've covered it all. I think, just doing a few shorts here and there as well, but we take a break tomorrow. We'll be back here Monday. It's something though every day. Something every day to talk about. So we'll be coming back Monday. You guys have a good Saturday. Thank y'all for being here, everybody. If you didn't hit the like on the way in, hit the like on the way out. If you're here and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. And then also become a member if you're not a member. Other than that, again, Montana, thank you for being you and for doing what you do. We do appreciate you. Harlem, you already know what it is. I appreciate y'all.
Beauty put her last remark up there.
Wait, let me see. Yeah. Let's talk about Shawnee. Shawnee and Evelyn was the mastermind. Chantel said they haven't reached out. Nope. So she said that she talked to Shawnee like right after it happened. And she said, so usually what happens, stuff like this, like with the mom and daughter, that the upper people, the producers and stuff, they start reaching out, seeing if they okay. But since then, no one has reached out to her. They haven't talked to her about anything. But the big three or whoever they are, she's really good friends with them and they're good, whatever. I just don't like Brianna. What's her name? I just don't do her.
Brittany, right?
Brittany. I don't do her. And I could stop watching Basketball Wives as long as she's on there. I don't care to see her at all. But yeah, they had never, they hadn't reached out to her except for that one time Shawnee talked to her. And that was it. So go figure. Go figure. Right?
Yeah.
Like you ain't checking on your castmates that you're casting to make sure that she's okay. Have y'all talked to Jackie though? Oh, out the gate, Beauty. If you get rid of Jackie, that's it for me. And I know I'm one little person, but I'm not going to be watching if you get rid of Jackie. Jackie's messy, but that's the name of the show. And Jackie's the star of Basketball Wives. That's how I feel. It is what it is. Because you bring in too many different people. Jennifer, like, what is Jennifer doing?
Jennifer don't do nothing.
Nothing but just look cute. You know what I'm saying? Oh, girl, what do you do? What are you doing on the show? But I gotta shout Jennifer out because she does have a premiere movie coming out. So shout out to her for that. And you see her man all over it, honey. He done hit the jackpot. Jackpot. But other than that, like just because you were there since inception, like what are you doing besides trying to be messy still when that's really not your character? I don't know. No.
Yeah, I always like Malaysia.
I hated that Malaysia left. I hate it. But so Carlos King did a show and brought Malaysia on. But what happened to it? Did it not do well? Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. I don't think that it did well in the ratings because I think it was only one season of it.
I think so. Malaysia, Usher's ex, couple other, like I watched it, but I wasn't, I needed more. I don't think I was that tuned into it because now I don't even, after the season 1, I heard nothing else about it. But Malaysia, there's something Malaysia can do that people are going to support because I love me some Malaysia. And she keeps it real.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. She does.
Like, so I loved me some Tammy. I love Jackie. I like Evelyn. People don't like Evelyn, but I like Evelyn. I think Jennifer is pretty. I think she's bougie like I like to be. I want to be. She keeps herself up and together, and she's about her bag. I like her for that, but I don't like her on back. I need her to now move to the next level, which it looks like she is with the show, and she wants to be in movies and stuff. Do that. Try that. No more Basketball Wives for you. But she ain't gonna go nowhere because she's been there since day one. But she cool. Jennifer's all right. I don't do that Renner that came back. I'm trying to Ty. Is that her name?
Yeah, Ty.
I think Ty's gonna be okay on the show. Ty is a peacemaker. Though she wants to make peace with everybody, but I like the fact that everybody said they're getting on the Chantel boat, and she was like, "That's not right. We all came here together, and we can't go on the boat without Jackie." So she's like, "You're coming, Jackie. Like, come on and go." Jackie was like, glad that she asked her. Like, all y'all gonna go kick it, and you just gonna leave Jackie in the room, and you, her daughter, anyway. I think Ty is gonna be okay. Now, Ming. I think she's gonna be okay. I gotta get to know her. I don't know anything about Ming. Nothing at all. You know about Ming. You never liked Evelyn. I don't know Ming at all. Jackie is an actress and producer. She works for her check. Yeah, she's a hustler. Jackie, and that's so Chantel says that's who she is. That's what she got from her mom being a hustler. Got side jobs or whatever. I don't know what you do, Chantel, but okay. But anyway, yeah, Jackie will go get it. So, Beauty, you never liked Evelyn? No one likes Evelyn. I like Evelyn. I like Evelyn like I like Ray J. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I want y'all to go. Have y'all seen the interview with Ray J and
Cam Newton?
Cam Newton. Did y'all see it?
Yeah, I have it saved to look at. I haven't looked at it yet.
Go see it. Listen, there were moments where I was looking at it. Ray was showing. I mean, at one point, Cam Newton said, "Can we get some milk?" And Ray was like, "What we need some milk for? You need to drink some milk because you need to come down. Whatever you own, you drunk, you some, you need some milk." But he would hop up out his chair, and it was, you could see Cam's face. At one point, he just wanted to bust out laughing, like, "What is he doing?" You gotta go see it. It was very entertaining. It was very entertaining. Y'all gotta go see it. That's my boy though, right? He comes through every time.
Yeah, that's your boy, Ray J.
Ray J, that's my guy. So anyway, go see that. And then I think I'm done here because Beauty don't like my homegirl Evelyn. She said she's never liked her. Oh no. I know Jennifer can't stand her. They just exist. They're existing together in the same room. They don't like each other because Evelyn got in her butt about her man. She's like, "You get you a man, then you talk to me about a man." They are on Evelyn and her daughter's neck all over social media about the response to Tiffany in the game. Yes, I saw that. I didn't know they had a little show going, but they are on them. They're discounting everything everybody is saying. They don't want to hear it. They do not want to hear it. So did Evelyn really do the game? Like, did she? Did she really do what they said she did?
I don't know.
I don't know. She's capable.
She definitely is.
She's capable of doing it. All right, y'all. Montana is bored out of his mind with this, so we're gonna go. He hates it, y'all. He hates it. So we're gonna go. But thank y'all again for everything. Thank y'all for being here tonight. I'll see y'all back here on Monday. If y'all have anything that happens or unfolds before Monday, send it our way. Other than that, y'all, we're gonna go. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Good night, y'all.
I see you, Montana. Let me see what she said. Can I get it up there? That's the word curve, just like I think she said. Oh, wait. Have y'all left? Are you still here, Beauty as me? We're going to talk about that because if you're not here, we're going to talk about that because I don't know if she did. I don't think she did. You think she did? Let's talk about it. I'm going to go for now, but we're going to talk about it. Bye, y'all.